Did you know that Dalton's ox fruit actually belonged to Wapol? That's why the upright Dalton was willing to serve this tyrannical king. Maybe you didn't know this, but in the original manga, Wapol already had the munch fruit. For a long time, he had been scouring his kingdom for devil fruits. He kept some for his own use and used others to buy the loyalty of key members of the royal guard. As the captain of the guard back then, Wapol gave one to Dalton too. However, considering the type and market price of the ox fruit, it's a basic zone-type regular species. It's worth about 100 million berries. The munch fruit that Wapol ate himself is a paramecia-type regular species. On the black market, its price starts at 300 to 500 million berries. Looking at the original story, Wapol was actually more about using Dalton. But in the live-action series, Wapol, before he even got his own munch fruit, gave Dalton the only ox fruit he had to Dalton. This was an immense favor and a huge show of trust. So even though Wapol was always arrogant and unreasonable, Dalton only tried his best to advise him and never completely broke with him. It wasn't until Hiruluk died willingly to save the country that Dalton finally snapped. The reason he was able to escape from under the noses of the heavily armed guards was precisely because of the power of his ox fruit. After all, Wapol hadn't eaten his munch fruit yet. At that time, a more detailed point is that when Dalton transformed into his bison form, the other militia members looked completely shocked, as if they never knew Dalton was a devil fruit user. I guess this is because Dalton was ashamed of having once been one of Wapol's royal guards, so he didn't want to use his devil fruit powers unless it was absolutely necessary.